Have you ever ripped a great throw down the fairway and then have it finish more left or right and unsure why that happened? Stick around and we're going to learn how that fourth flight number, also known as fade, impacts the finish of a disc. Hey gang, welcome back to the series about flight numbers on a disc. You've learned so far three of the four flight numbers: speed, how much power that disc needs to perform accurately; glide, how long that disc will stay in the air; and turn, how much that disc will either go right or left on a throw. Let's tackle the fourth and final number, fade. Fade is how that disc will actually finish out at the end of its flight. So now let's dive into fade's flight number impact on a disc. So the scale for a fade flight number is 0 to 5, 0 meaning no fade, 5 meaning extreme fade. So what fade is doing is it's impacting how long that disc stays in flight and finishes out that direction. So if it's a 0, you're going to have almost no fade for that disc. I'm a left-hand backhand, so I throw this way, so my discs tend to finish out more right. So the more fade I have on a disc means it's going to finish out more right in extreme levels. So at 0, hardly any fade is going to be there. But if I threw a 5, it's going to have a very extreme turn towards that direction. Not turn as in the third flight number, but going more right on that direction. So what this means, if you're a new disc golfer, you don't want a lot of fade if you're trying to learn control of the disc. So lower fade, 0 to 2, are going to be your friend when it's coming to control, because that means that disc isn't going to finish out more extreme your direction of flight. So if you're throwing a right hand backhand, you're going to go left more. If you're throwing a left hand backhand, you're going to go right more. So if you're throwing a 0 to 2 fade, that disc is going to try to hold a lot longer straight or slight finish for you at that. Now we wrapped up the fourth and final number of the flight number series. Fade is what we just learned about, but let's do a quick recap of all four numbers so you're ready to go out on the course with a disc. The first number that you'll see is speed. That's how much power you need to put in that disc to make that disc perform accurately. The next one is glide. That's how long that disc will stay in the air once you release it. The third one is turn. That's how much that disc will begin to turn in flight. And the final one is fade. Fade is how much that disc will finish at the end of the flight. Now that you've learned more about what those four numbers on a disc, also known as flight numbers, represent, I am going to focus on the next big series to drop on this channel. That's going to be terminology. Things that you've heard me say in these videos that I'm like, you'll learn more down the road. It's time to learn what those mean to make it easier to understand what you're doing out on the course. The best way to know when those videos drop is by clicking that subscribe button down below. Gang, thanks for sticking around for this series. If you've learned anything or have anything you want to share that you've learned out on the course, drop it down in the comments. Let's grow this community's knowledge with each other. Thanks for stopping by, gang. Keep slinging those discs, chasing those chains. Until next throw. Hey, gang, did you like what you learned today about the flight number fade and want to learn more about the other flight numbers on a disc? Don't worry, I've got you covered. In this channel right here, you'll learn all the flight numbers and what they do related to a disc. So make sure you go check that out. And to stay in the know on other videos dropping in this channel, hit that subscribe button right there. Thanks for stopping by, gang.